This is an unboxing for an 88 Films order that I just got in the mail. In the background you can see my 88 Films and my Eureka Films releases. So this company's doing great things for the Asian cinema community, and so is Eureka. Now what I got in the box here are two titles from 88. But I associate Eureka and 88 just pretty much the same, different companies, same spectacular releases, because they've been doing a great job on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and open and show off what I got. And so it's pretty exciting that we're getting all these. Every time I place an order, a lot of times I pre-order. Sometimes I wait until after, just due to whatever reason. But by the time I usually get my order, they've already announced some other cool title that's coming out. And so, I got one. I'm excited for these. So I'm a big Jackie Chan fan and a big Andy Lau fan. And on their website they're selling certain older titles, that older releases, for a little cheaper. Regardless, I was going to get this anyway, just because I did want it. And that is Casino Tycoon, which I've seen. I watched it on Netflix once, and I liked it. I'm a big fan of Andy Lau, so it was great to have another 88 Films in here. This is from the Asia collection that they've been doing a lot of. So, and it's a Shaw Brothers film, much later Shaw Brothers film. I think this is from 1992, that's what I was going to say. 1992, so definitely from my experience watching it, I knew I liked it enough to. And it was real cheap. Here in the States, like the USD amount, the American price, when you translate it, was something like $6. So it was definitely worth getting for a small amount. So, and the other, which I thought I was going to miss out on, but I did not, is the Dragons Forever Steelbook, which I obviously don't have the original release that they released of this from 88 Films, just the standard slipcase, not a steelbook, but I did get this, and I figured if I'm going to get the movie, why not just get the Dragons Forever Steelbook, because they had announced that it was coming out, and I thought, well, that's my opportunity to get the movie in a different, with different box art and a different version, technically. Well, not a different version. I guess both discs are probably the same. It's just packaging, but so basically, if they continue to do the steelbook road, I definitely would consider picking up those versions over the other ones, just because I don't have them already. And it adds a little more, because you're getting a steelbook as opposed to just, you're paying the same amount, but you're not getting the slipcover, which, to be honest, I'm okay with not having a slipcover. I don't know that Casino Tycoon had one. I don't know that the first bunch of 88 Films releases had slipcovers, but I know the Jackie Chan and Jet Li and even the Van Dammes, they all have them when they come out. So it's the first so many copies, and so if they decide to do steelbooks, since I already don't have most of these movies from the 88 Films or Eureka releases, then I can start. And so I don't have as many Eureka, because not that I'm just into Jackie Chan, but I'm trying to get Jackie Chan first into my collection, the best of the best. So this is a steelbook. Not that the steelbook technically matters more than just having the movie, period, but it is a nice addition. And then having the box set of The Young Master, I had to get that. And so Armor of God is coming out in the box set. So these are deluxe editions, very deluxe editions, and I don't want to pass on those or miss out on those by ordering too late or waiting too long to order. So I just happened to do 88 has. It seems like they've released more for Jackie Chan than Eureka. Eureka's released quite a few. So City Hunter, a few of the 70s films, which I love, and the Lucky Stars trilogy, which I have not yet bought. So unfortunately, when I get that, I won't have the cool thick box cover for it, which protects your case, so it's kind of nice to have slips or heavy duty boxes like this. As far as Eureka is concerned, I do appreciate them doing the same amount or doing the same kind of work. It's just that most of the ones that I've been more interested in or happened to buy were the 88 films releases. So they continue to do this. I'll continue to buy. Some of these are obviously ones I don't have. So Dragons Forever, I technically have a DVD of, imported DVD. The Master I had on VHS only at the time. Well, technically I have it on Hong Kong Blu-ray. But Legionnaire never had a Blu-ray release to the best of my knowledge. So, and that's one of my favorite. I think it's an underrated Jean-Claude Van Damme film. So I made sure that's the one I got. Casino Tycoon, I didn't already have. I had seen it. But regardless, I would have blind bought it just for Indy Lau. So there's a reason I got all these. Erotic Ghost Story. That's not typically something I have in my collection, but I ended up getting it mostly for what I know about the makeup effects and things. But I've yet to open it and watch it. So Riki-Oh, another title that I haven't opened yet, but I've seen that so many times. I watched that a lot in college, and it's just a fun movie. I'm not really into violence like that. There's a lot of blood and body violence, but it's very humorous, and I think that's the way it was intended, but it just happens to be one that I really enjoy. So I definitely got it because it was always hard to find that on DVD over here in the States. So I figured, well, why not spend the money on it? And I got Erotic Ghost Story and Millionaire's Express. I got all those in the same order, pre-ordered at the same time. And then I was going to reconsider on the Ghost Story, but I just kept it, so whatever. So I did pass on Robotrix because I'm just not. Maybe that would have been more the action movie, so I should have got that rather than this. But I technically have Robotrix on a DVD. So Wheels on Meals I got. I do have that on DVD, but I figured why not have it in the best format, technically, with all the features and things and cool slip. So slowly getting the collection up and running here. I've been behind on these, but as many as they release so often, there's just, you got to pick and choose unless you got money just to spend at it, which I wish I did, because I would. I'd buy everything. I'd even blind buy everything if I could afford it, but I got to pick and choose. So currently this is what I own, and hopefully in the future they get some more super cool titles, maybe ones I don't have on DVD, because at least I have a DVD. Some movies have never received a disc release anyway, so So just taking a look at some of the Jackie Chan movies. There's so many of these that could benefit from a new disc with features, or just have it in print. Project S over there, also known as Once a Cop or Super Cop 2 in the United States, but love to see that. There's rumors that that's one of the ones that's owned by a certain company. I can't remember who, but the company's not really easy to work with from my understanding. So they just keep stuff in their kind of in the vault or whatever you want to say, and they don't usually share it. We need Rumble in the Bronx and First Strike, I know that. I have a feeling that those are going to be much later just because of the hype. So maybe that's another rights issue, I don't know. Twin Dragons, my favorite Jackie Chan movie. I just want to have it. It deserves its day on a newly transferred Blu-ray and loaded with features. I mean, you're giving it to all these. Even if you give it a commentary and something, give it a couple things. Now, I do have a Japanese Blu-ray because I wanted the film on Blu-ray. I wanted any version of the movie I could find, which I do have it on the Dimension video and DVD. I have it on Laserdisc. I have it on 2 different releases from VCD. I also have 2 Chinese DVDs. This is one from Universal Laser. And so we need to get that on another Blu-ray. So now we do have a lot of these. So my story or my stunts, I feel like it'd be really cool if Eureka or 88 would do a double feature. They've been 88 and Eureka. Well, I know Eureka's doing a double feature, I believe, of Prodigal Son and Warriors 2. So I'd love for them to do my story and my stunts, because those are hard to find. When you do find them, they're usually way up there in price. So I do have those on DVD, and I have a VCD copy, I think, as well. But I think that they need reprinted so more people can see them. I think back in the day when they came out, it was very educational, at least on the Jackie Chan biography and my stunts. My stunts was very insightful in the way the filmmaking of Jackie Chan and his stunt group, and those need shown. I think people need to see those. If you're a Jackie Chan fan and you haven't seen them, it's probably not your fault. It's just it's incredibly hard to find. So I think that it'd be nice to have those and just do a double feature. Why not? If you can get the rights. I don't know what the rights issue is with that, but yeah. And here's one that I know a lot of people seem to not like, but that's Fireburn Island, also known as Island on Fire, or The Prisoner, which people don't usually care for. I don't know, but I like it. There's Jimmy Wong Yu, Sammo Hung, Andy Lau, Jackie Chan. There's a lot of people in this one. I like it, so it'd be nice to have a version of that on Blu-ray, the original version. I know that has a Japanese Blu-ray as well. Another one, Fantasy Mission Force. I really, really like this movie. It's always thrown into these cheap packs because it's like public domain for some reason. It's a good enough movie that if it was cleaned up and remastered, as I've seen footage of from the Japanese Blu-ray, because they released a lot of these Jackie Chan movies, and they did a good job. So I've been slowly buying those here and there for ones that I know don't have a Blu-ray anywhere else. So this is the best they're going to look when they're in the worst condition they are. Like this, Master with Cracked Fingers, very poor quality, so I bought those. And then Twin Dragons, just because I wanted it as my favorite film. But There's just a few that I wish would get a updated Blu-ray from 88 or Eureka. And we need some Jet Li movies. Badly. I mean, we got the China series, and now Criterion put it out, which I pre-ordered. Today's the release date. So I'm not sure when I'll get it in the mail. Today or tomorrow or sometime this week. Because I put in my order a little late. Put it in over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. Probably my favorite, I'm going to say it's my top 3 favorite series of all time. It's hard to pick another. Rocky is very popular, but it's very close to the top 2. And I'd have to pick a third. It's hard because I love the Rambo series. I love the Police Story series. As far as Terminator goes, the first 3. If it was just the first 3, that'd be in there. But if I have to count the whole series, it's very hard to approve of what they've done to Terminator lately. But so anyway, these are just a few of the titles that I wish had a release, and I'm glad that we got what we got so far. Dragons Forever, the Steelbook, which I'm looking forward to. Casino Tycoon, which I will rewatch. It's been a while. I only seen it once, and it was over a year ago. It was 2019. It was the only time that I had access to. I was watching it. It wasn't my Netflix. It was somebody else. But anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully we get another video similar to this, but maybe better with some more cool titles. So thank you to Eureka and 88 Films for doing stellar jobs. This back in the day, probably like 12, 13 years ago, Dragon Dynasty was the company that I was much involved in and as a fan of martial arts cinema and action, Hong Kong action cinema, because they were doing the job that no one else seemed to be doing at the time. And so now they're gone, and it's 88 and Eureka that stepped up. And so there's some other companies like Spectrum Films, and they're doing well, but I think these 2 companies here are going to be the headquarters for the future of these cool releases. So let's hope that they can get a lot more titles, and that the licensing frees up so we can get some cool stuff and continue to build our collections as such. So thanks for watching.